Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Fans of Sister Wives have praised Sukanya Suki Krishnan, the tell-all host, for her efforts in the one-on-one interviews during season 19. She is now asking questions in a more forceful manner. She has already come under fire for allegedly letting Kody Brown get away with asking crucial questions. Suki also discussed further information regarding the Brown family in a podcast. However, when she revealed who her favorite wife is, many were taken aback. To see the discussion, continue reading. Suki, a sister wife, refers to Kody Brown as a baby. Many were taken aback by Suki's remarks to Kody in the first segment of season 19's tell-all. Suki asked Kody to talk about what really transpired between him and Janelle during their interview. She asked him to accept responsibility for the family's predicament. Kody, however, warned her he would shut her down and declined to respond to any queries. Suki, however, retorted that he couldn't do that. "All right, or you could stop being such a baby and talk like adults like the rest of us," she said. Some Sister Wives fans talked about Suki's recent appearance on Sarah Fraser's podcast on social media, leaving others stunned as to who Suki's favorite wife is. Regarding the one-on-one interviews and the Brown family in general, the tell-all host discussed a wide range of subjects. However, the OP was taken aback by Suki's gentle and encouraging remarks on Kody and Robyn Brown. The ad claims that they are aware that not everything is seen on television. Suki even said that the Brown family is wonderful and that she is still in shock over what happened to them. When questioned about Kody's relationship with the children, Suki also mentioned that he was doing his best. The OP went on to say that Suki seemed to be on Team Robyn, which could be why she hasn't questioned her about crucial issues during the tell-all. Additionally, the poster stated that the podcast led them to believe that Suki's judgments are not entirely reliable. Well, Suki needs to keep her work too. She couldn't possibly have said anything more. Yes, that is logical. She cannot possibly have a favorable opinion of Kody and Robyn if she has actually seen the show. "He's doing the best he can," she responded when Sarah inquired about Kody's ties with his kids. "He isn't and never has been, Suki. Pay attention to the money. To be honest, I think that's a jab. He's just garbage and unable to provide more, so he's doing the best he can. Robyn is the same. She's not the smartest person in the world, and her inability to move on, form friendships, and be content is likely what has crushed her. Suki wants to keep that job, but I'm sure she can't say exactly what she would like to say." Was Suki found lying for the show on Sister Wives? In addition to appearing to support Robyn and Kody, the same social media post also noted Suki's continued ignorance of the Coyote Pass. The fact that the property has already been sold is well known. Suki, however, stated that she is interested in the outcome of the property issue, ostensibly unaware that it is no longer in the Brown family's name. However, other fans believe Suki stated it on purpose to avoid giving away anything about the upcoming Tell-All Part 3, which is anticipated to go into greater detail on the Coyote Pass problem. Christine Brown and Janelle Brown, who star on Sister Wives, said that their ex-husband Kody Brown attacked them about their weaknesses. Janelle, 56, asserted that Kody, 56, attacked all of his wives that are leaving in the area that hurts them the most or that they pride themselves on or that they value in a teaser video for the Sunday, June 8, Part 3 episode of Sister Women, One-on-One, that Us Weekly released. Regarding her own experience, the mother of 6 claimed that Kody was infuriating her by always telling everybody that I was somehow calling the shots on the money. "Let's be responsible with our money," she explained, adding that she is among those who aspire to be extremely fiscally responsible. "So, he wants to try to undermine that for me, or kind of undermine that. I think it's crazy that he was telling everyone that I was in charge," Janelle went on. Christine, 53, said that Kody was aware that placing the financial blame on Janelle would cause her pain. In the video, she stated, with finances, he was knocking her down, so she doesn't feel smart. That is impolite. He is aware of which buttons to press. Regarding her personal problems with Kody, Christine stated that during their marriage, her ex-husband used her need for physical contact as a weapon. Janelle remarked, "It was devastating for Christine that he wasn't physically attracted to her," and Christine attested to the accuracy of the statement. "With me, it was like, no, we're not going to be intimate anymore," Christine added. "Well, you could do this and you could do this," he would then say, "and blame everyone else for it." She said, "He is skilled at pushing buttons, but he lacks the maturity to accept responsibility for his actions." Yeah, isn't that so sad? Christine said in response to host Sukanya Krishnan's statement that Kody was aware of his ex-wife's weaknesses. "He turns them against you, too. He was aware of my greatest desire, which would have been a close, romantic marriage and relationship." In November 2021, Christine became the first of Kody's wives to leave him, and in December 2022, Janelle did the same. In January 2023, Kody and Mary Brown jointly released a statement confirming their plan to split. Given the splits, Robyn Brown is Kody's last surviving wife. During season 19, viewers saw Kody accuse Janelle of being the cause of the family's financial problems. Kody once asserted that because Janelle was responsible for keeping track of the family's expenses and forwarding them to an accountant, she was in charge of their money. In a November 2024 episode, Janelle refuted the allegation, stating that if she had been in charge of the money, she would have paid off and built a house on their Coyote Pass property in Flagstaff, Arizona. Fans of Sister Wives finally saw what many had been waiting for after years of frustration: host Sukanya Krishnan retaliating against Kody Brown in an honest and unvarnished manner. The fandom was captivated by Krishnan's rare audacity in confronting the polygamist father in the second portion of the season 19 finale. During a heated back-and-forth, he called out his defensive behaviors and even called him a baby. Viewers have always accused Krishnan of being too casual in interviews, especially when speaking with Kody and Robyn Brown, his fourth wife. However, she didn't hold back this time. Krishnan didn't recoil when Kody attempted to establish control during the interview by saying, "I could shut you down if I wanted to." "No, you can't," she shot back. Fans cheered as the presenter responded to Kody's insistence, "Yes, I can," by saying, "Okay, or you could stop acting like a baby and have a grown-up conversation like the rest of us." A long-awaited tonal change. The Sister Wives community was rocked by the incident, and followers flocked to Reddit to cheer Krishnan's novel strategy. Viewers were more than ready for this change in tone after feeling for so long that Kody and Robyn were being pampered during their sit-downs. One admirer said, "I'm so proud of Suki for saying that. He's getting paid to do a job and he's crossing his arms refusing to do it," another person commented. And to be honest, it's a great interview since Suki showed clearly that Robyn is the sacred cow and that he won't respond to inquiries about her. Shown that Janelle and Christine were right by not responding. Another viewer said, "It's priceless that Suki called him a baby," and another enthusiastically added, "Are we going to have a stare-down competition? So I'll simply return the stare." Suki is at last here. After 4 seasons, a new vitality arises. As the host of the show's one-on-one specials for the 4th season, Krishnan has frequently come under fire for failing to hold Robyn and Kody responsible. In the past, numerous admirers felt ignored due to her guarded demeanor. However, season 19 is turning out to be different. In 2023, Krishnan responded to a fan on Instagram who commented, "My biggest criticism is not so much that you don't ask the hard questions, but you explain too much to Kody. Normally, she doesn't interact much with viewer critiques. I wish you would stop directing his responses and instead allow him and Robyn speak." "I'm sorry you feel that way," Krishnan said. "I don't believe I offer him any justifications." What will happen to Sister Wives next? She has obviously taken the criticism seriously. Now that there are just 2 episodes remaining in the season, viewers are anxiously awaiting to see if Krishnan maintains this enthusiasm. Fans shocked over who Suki's favorite wife is. Did she just say that on camera? The Sister Wives fandom is spinning after a jaw-dropping moment that no one saw coming, a moment so subtle, yet so telling, that it sparked a wildfire of speculation across social media platforms. It happened during a seemingly innocent post-reunion interview, when journalist and special host Sukanya Suki Krishnan known for her hard-hitting questions and calm demeanor while moderating the explosive family drama, appeared to let her guard down for just a split second. But that's all it took for eagle-eyed fans to catch on. Suki may have finally revealed her favorite wife among the plural marriages, now mostly exited partners. After seasons of neutrality, where Suki always seemed to balance her words carefully between Robyn's emotion, Christine's bluntness, Mary's silence, and Janelle's rationality, something shifted. Whether it was fatigue, frustration, or a moment of unfiltered honesty, the way her tone softened, the words she chose, and the smile she flashed have led many to believe Suki has a favorite. And it's not Robyn. As the clip went viral on TikTok, racking up millions of views within hours, fans flooded the comments with theories and receipts, dissecting every pause and glance. Wait, did she just call Janelle the heart of the show? One viewer posted, while another wrote, Suki looked like she was going to cry when Janelle talked about leaving with nothing. That wasn't just sympathy. That was admiration. Others highlighted how Suki had noticeably stopped challenging Christine's perspective in recent episodes, allowing her to speak without interruption, in contrast to her visibly less patient handling of Robyn's tears. And then came the bombshell. In a behind-the-scenes clip shared during a digital exclusive, Suki was overheard during a mic check telling a producer, "You know, if I had to pick one of the wives to stand beside in life, it would definitely be her." Her. The internet exploded. Reddit threads ignited. Fan pages were divided. Some said it was Janelle. Others argued it had to be Christine. And a tiny, fiery faction held out hope it was Mary, despite everything. But Robyn? Barely anyone believed it was Robyn, and that's where the real drama begins. Because Robyn, who was long seen as the favorite wife in Kody Brown's eyes, is now finding herself sidelined, not just by her sister wives or Kody's older children, but by the fans and possibly by the show's own host. If Suki, the woman who's interviewed them year after year, is shifting her support publicly, what does that say about the narrative of sister wives going forward? Is the tide finally turning? Is the public perception of the wives being reshaped before our very eyes? And what happens when even the show's neutral voice starts choosing sides? In this shocking deep dive, we'll explore every clue Suki left behind, every eyebrow raise, every moment of compassion and restraint, and why the revelation of her possible favorite wife is rewriting the fanbase's loyalties and possibly even TLC's future direction with the show. From Team Robyn to Team Janelle, and everywhere in between, buckle up, because Suki's favorite wife reveal isn't just a juicy twist, it might just be the plot twist that defines the next era of sister wives. Janelle and Christine claim ex-Kody intentionally attacked their weak spots. The dissolution of Kody Brown's plural marriages has been a central storyline in Sister Wives, with Janelle and Christine Brown openly discussing the emotional toll of their separations. In recent interviews and episodes, both women have accused their former husband of intentionally exploiting their vulnerabilities, claiming that Kody strategically attacked their weak spots during conflicts. These allegations paint a troubling picture of manipulation and emotional warfare within their polygamous family structure. The breakdown of the marriages. Janelle and Christine were integral parts of Kody's polygamous family for over 25 years, alongside Mary and Robyn Brown. However, as sister wives progressed, tensions escalated, leading to Christine's departure in 2021 and Janelle's separation in 2022. Both women have since spoken out about Kody's behavior, suggesting that he deliberately targeted their insecurities during arguments, undermining their confidence and destabilizing their relationships. Christine's perspective, feeling unloved and replaced. Christine, who was the third wife, often expressed feeling neglected in favor of Robyn, Kody's fourth and legal wife. She claimed that Kody would dismiss her emotional needs, framing her desire for affection as needy or dramatic. In one notable instance, Christine revealed that Kody told her he was no longer attracted to her, a comment she described as a direct hit to her self-worth. "He knew exactly what would hurt me the most," Christine said in an interview. "Instead of working on our issues, he'd say things that cut deep, making me feel like I was the problem." Critics argue that Kody's harsh words were a form of emotional manipulation designed to push Christine into compliance or silence. By attacking her confidence, he may have hoped to maintain control over the relationship dynamics, particularly as she began asserting her independence. Janelle's experience: financial and emotional manipulation. Janelle, often regarded as the most financially savvy and independent of the wives, faced different but equally damaging tactics. She claimed that Kody would weaponize her loyalty to the family, framing her desire for autonomy as selfishness. One major point of contention was finances. Janelle had contributed significantly to the family's resources, but felt Kody dismissed her concerns about their unstable living situations. When she questioned his decisions, such as the expensive move to Flagstaff or the uneven distribution of resources to Robyn's household, she says Kody accused her of being disloyal or not a team player. "He would twist things," Janelle explained. "If I brought up a legitimate concern, suddenly I was the one causing problems. It was like he couldn't handle being challenged, so he'd attack my character instead." This pattern aligns with what psychologists describe as gaslighting, a form of manipulation where one person makes another doubt their own perceptions. Janelle's growing frustration with Kody's leadership ultimately led to their separation, as she realized the relationship had become emotionally unsustainable. Kody's defensive responses. Kody has denied intentionally targeting his ex-wives' weaknesses, instead framing their conflicts as natural consequences of plural marriage struggles. He has suggested that Christine and Janelle misunderstood his intentions and that their emotional reactions were disproportionate. However, viewers and commentators have noted a shift in Kody's demeanor over the seasons. Once portrayed as a charismatic, if somewhat chaotic, patriarch, he has increasingly been depicted as angry and resentful, particularly toward wives who defy his authority. His explosive reactions during arguments, such as yelling at Janelle for not blindly supporting his COVID-19 rules, lend credibility to the women's claims that he used aggression to dominate disagreements. The psychological impact of emotional attacks. Experts in toxic relationships suggest that repeatedly targeting a partner's insecurities can have long-term psychological effects. Christine and Janelle's accounts indicate that Kody's behavior eroded their self-esteem over time, making it harder for them to advocate for their own needs. Dr. Sarah Skewitz, a psychologist specializing in relationships, explains, "When someone consistently attacks your weak spots, it creates a power imbalance. The victim starts walking on eggshells, fearing any disagreement will lead to personal attacks. Over time, this dynamic destroys trust and intimacy." For Christine and Janelle, breaking free from Kody's influence was a necessary step toward reclaiming their autonomy. Both have since spoken about the relief they feel after leaving, emphasizing how much healthier their lives are without constant emotional turmoil. Broader implications for plural marriage. The allegations against Kody raise questions about power dynamics in polygamous relationships. While plural marriage is often idealized as a harmonious system of shared love and support, Christine and Janelle's experiences highlight potential pitfalls, particularly when one spouse holds disproportionate control. Their stories also challenge the narrative that polygamy inherently benefits women. Critics argue that without strict emotional accountability, a husband in a plural family can easily favor one wife over others, creating resentment and psychological harm. Conclusion: a pattern of control? Whether Kody Brown intentionally set out to destabilize his marriages remains a matter of debate. However, the consistent testimonies from Christine and Janelle suggest a troubling pattern of behavior, one where conflicts were not resolved through mutual respect but through dominance and emotional manipulation. As both women move forward, their willingness to speak out serves as a powerful statement about self-worth and the importance of leaving toxic relationships, even those deeply entrenched in religious or cultural traditions. Their journeys resonate with many who have faced similar struggles, proving that reclaiming one's voice after years of emotional attacks is not just possible, but necessary for true happiness. Suki, a sister wife, refers to Kody Brown as a baby. Many were taken aback by Suki's remarks to Kody in the first segment of Season 19's Tell-All. Suki asked Kody to talk about what really transpired between him and Janelle during their interview. She asked him to accept responsibility for the family's predicament. Kody, however, warned her he would shut her down and declined to respond to any queries. Suki, however, retorted that he couldn't do that. "All right, or you could stop being such a baby and talk like adults like the rest of us," she said. Some Sister Wives fans talked about Suki's recent appearance on Sarah Fraser's podcast on social media, leaving others stunned as to who Suki's favorite wife is. Regarding the one-on-one interviews and the Brown family in general, the tell-all host discussed a wide range of subjects. However, the Opie was taken aback by Suki's gentle and encouraging remarks on Kody and Robyn Brown. The ad claims that they are aware that not everything is seen on television. Suki even said that the Brown family is wonderful and that she is still in shock over what happened to them. When questioned about Kody's relationship with the children, Suki also mentioned that he was doing his best.